Sapp wrote, "Hey AMC, the podcast version of your show is one of the highlights of my workday, so thanks. My question is, who is an actor that you think is talented but has been dealt poor movies which had stifled their movie career? Mine would be Taylor Kitsch. His movie career never really got off the ground due to bad films, but I would like to see him succeed."
I could not agree with that statement more. I think Taylor is an incredible actor.
If you saw The Lone Survivor,
great. He was so great in that. Ben Foster and Taylor stole that movie for me.
Absolutely.
He was really good. He turned me around in that movie.
Yeah, really. Me too. And like even as Gambit in that god-awful mess of a Wolverine film.
Yeah, he was okay.
And like even what's the Battleship? Even he was good in that. He's good in everything, and I don't feel like he's had a chance. The first actor that comes to mind, again, a little more on the obscure side of like not breaking out, Hayden Christensen. I think he's a really good actor. I do.
Well, I agree he didn't break out, but I'm not going to go with he's a good actor.
Check out his new movie with Nicolas Cage, or at least watch
Shattered Glass is the only good performance he's given.
He was really, really good in.
Everyone always throws Shattered Glass.
That's the only one.
That's the only one. Well, because he hasn't had a shape.
Yeah, that's the only one. Look at Jumper, Takers. He's not very good.
What I say about Taylor Kitsch, though, is that he's one of these guys, and he's always the studio does this thing. The machine is like, and I bring this up all the time. It's like, hey, we want you guys to have a brand new movie star. So here's Sam Worthington. Oh, by the way, here's Taylor Kitsch. Taylor Kitsch has talent, but they just. And if you're an actor and everyone and the studio starts saying, "Hey,
they did it to Colin Farrell, who's a very good actor."
That's where I was going, and I was going with Colin. And that Colin Farrell was my where I was going with that.
Seven Psychopaths.
Because
Colin Farrell.
And what about Saving Mr. Banks? Saving Mr. Banks.
Yeah, Saving Banks. He's the best thing about Saving Mr. Banks.
In that movie, and the fact
I think he's very well respected, though. It's not like
a matter of well respected, though.
He's getting good roles.
Right, but his career. But look at his movies. The last one that he just did, when you put him in a starring role, same thing with Kitsch. When you put these guys in starring roles, their movies don't do well.
And it happened with Jude Law too. And Colin Farrell and Jude Law got the handsome young guys. These are the guys. Let's put them in these big action movies, and they're really character actors caught in handsome guys.
Well, but Colin Farrell, though, is a guy that has that star power, and that I think that's why I bring him back to this question, is because he's the choices that his team has made for him has been terrible. Because that's why I want to see what he does for True Detective.
Right.
He's going to him at True Detective. I hope, because he's one of my favorite actors out there, and I really every time that guy shows up, even that what was that god awful movie he just did in February with the romantic one that was
Winter's Tale.
Oh, it was horrendous. But
don't even bring that up in here.
But he is still engaging in that movie as much as whatever he's doing in it.
Well, let me give you my choice, because this goes way back, and I think this is a good example of making smart choices with your career that just don't pan out. Mark Harmon. Now, he's done quite well on TV, but if you go back to the 80s, he was coming off of St. Elsewhere and Moonlighting and was the sexiest man alive, right? And had an opportunity to do movies. Both of those shows produced Denzel Washington and Bruce Willis, two of the biggest movie stars of all time. So he does The Presidio, a summer action movie opposite Sean Connery and Meg Ryan. On paper, that's a brilliant choice, and the movie was pretty good. But it came out in the summer of Die Hard, Midnight Run, Roger Rabbit. It just tanked. And then Summer School, one of the funniest comedies of all time. Again, no one went to see it, and then his career just tanked. But on paper, those are good team choices to make
now he's a TV
those
star.
movies, and now he's a TV star.
I would argue Vince Vaughn as well, because, you know, Return to Paradise, he has had some incredible films, and I feel like, you know, the last couple, like, people are like, he can't really sell a movie the way he can.
But he had his day.
He did, but in recent years of his career, I don't like the decisions he's made.
He made the comedy, he became the comedy guy.
And also this other one that just came out.
I like that one, though. The one about the father.
Starbucks based on it.
I like that.
I thought it was okay, but again, it didn't open that great either. And now he's doing True Detective, which I think is a good move with our other boy, Colin Farrell.
I was going to say, based off what you guys are saying, True Detective might make you happy.
And the third person, and the third person involved in that, by the way, is another person rumored is Rachel McAdams, who hasn't had, she was rumored for everything, to be the big star. After like The Notebook and everything too. She's great, but she hasn't had a career that people were calling her the next Julia Roberts at one point, where she was going to have this big career.
She's such a natural actress.
So she's another one.
Can I also submit to the court, Keanu Reeves, as I was saying before, obviously he was a huge movie star.
John Wick,
but I really thought at one point, I mean, if you look at even Sean Penn and Johnny Depp, before they had, you know, their Oscar nominations, they were kind of marginalized as, you know, Madonna's husband who beat up paparazzi and the, you know, the surfer dude, and you know, they were great, and I really thought at one point Keanu Reeves would have that Oscar.
I
really thought he does.
Keanu has had amazing roles in her career.
Absolutely.
He just doesn't have the chops.
Yeah.
I think he has the chops and hasn't been given the opportunity to do it.
That he's had so many opportunities. Yeah. The reason his style
the magic
works
mailbox
in Neo and stuff is because he's so stiff, and that's his thing. That's his shtick. So it's worked. He's had a decent career considering he's not incredible.
But I think Keanu could be an Oscar-worthy actor.
I don't know about that.
I'm the only one who thinks that, but I do think that.
Somebody I was thinking about was Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is an actor who, he impressed a lot of people with Buried, and he was good in Buried. It was a really interesting idea for a movie, and then he made Green Lantern, and then he made all these other movies, and he hasn't been in a good movie since.
R.I.P.
The Proposal is probably his best movie since Buried. I mean, if you actually look at that and say that The Proposal is his best movie since Buried, that's sad.
Yeah.
I mean, even the new movie he was in this year, The Captive, is not getting good buzz. I haven't seen it. And I mean, I think he is an actor who has talent if he's given the right role. He just has to find a script that's not
I think that's
why he's pushing Deadpool as much as he is, because he's got to grip on the character.
He's got to find a script that's not the Green Lantern.
I think he's a great actor, and Buried, like that film, I was just like, I don't really want to see this, and I was completely enthralled for this the whole time in the movie with a guy in a box, like what?
Here's the other thing Ryan Reynolds has going for him, and I think Keanu has had this going for him too. They're really likable dudes. Yeah. You want to like this guy. They may not be the strongest actors in the bunch, but you like them and you want to watch them on screen. So I think Reynolds has that too.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.